We decided it was time to take a few days and travel about 2.5 hours from home from southern Illinois to southern Missouri. Our first stop, though, was at Bonne Terre Mines. This was a throwback from our past, and we really wanted to get a decal. About an hour and a half to 2 hours out of town, a county road truck passed us and threw a rock. They were really nice about it after Brian followed him to a local quarry, but you can see what happened. It was an awesome outcome. They agreed to pay for it. Our next stop was at the Dog and Suds in Cherokee Pass, Missouri. This is only one of 17 left in the nation. We always like to stop at unique restaurants along the way, and this one didn't disappoint. It's always cool to have reminders of your childhood.
Full Belly just left Dog and Suds, or as we used to call it, Arf and Barf, had the Rover Texas burger.
The drive through southern Missouri is always a beautiful one, especially when you get into the scenic Riverways area. Piedmont, Missouri is the closest town to the River Road Campground where we stayed. They have just about everything you can imagine in a small town. All the amenities that you would need if you run out of groceries, if you want ice cream, they have a Sonic. About 3 or 4 miles outside of Piedmont is the River Road Campground. It's a Corps of Engineers campground, and it's just below Clearwater Lake Dam. The gate attendant and the main campground is on the east side of the Black River. We decided to stay on the west side of the Black River where it was less crowded. That's the R Loop, and there's only 14 spots. You have to cross the dam to get to the other side. The main campground has the showers and flush toilets. The side that we decided to stay on only has pit toilets, which is probably why it wasn't very crowded at all. 3 out of the 5 days that we were there, we were the only ones there. The other 2 days, there was only one other camper and one tent overnighter. There's only one word of caution for staying on the other side. There's quite a hill going down into the campground, with a couple of switchbacks. The problem isn't going down, it's coming back up, where there's a small section that's only one way. Brian said in his opinion he wouldn't want to pull anything more than a 30-foot trailer. Our view from our campground was a pretty good one. It was in a position where we could people watch, which we love to do. There were quite a few people that were fishing on the other side of the bank around the dam. We noticed there was no mosquitoes, but there was these cute little caterpillars that were cute at first, but they were falling from the pavilion over our picnic table. And yes, they do sting.
Busy as a beaver, cooking dinner.
The weekend that we were there, the Corps of Engineers were working on a pathway that went around the dam to the other campground. Once done, it should be totally wheelchair accessible. It wasn't a very far walk from our campground, and so it made for a good walk on a cool morning. If there's a local butcher in the area, we're going to find it, and Piedmont Processing is in between Piedmont and the campground. This is going to be a pie.
Thanks, Mom.
Double crust pie, 9-inch, can of peach, can of apple. We'll see how it turns out.
It'll turn out good.
It turned out to be a little bit warm for this time of year, late September, 1st of October, but it made for some great sunsets, sunrises, and we really enjoyed the fog in the valleys on our drive to Jeff's Canoe Rental just outside of Annapolis.
Well, here we are. We're going to have our float trip. Here we go. We were just dropped off.
There is nobody here.
Nobody. We've heard banjos 3 times. So here we go. This is going to be perfect because they're not dropping hardly anybody off. Big one. Hopefully you can hear me through this watertight case. And then we're going to do some snorkeling and some pools. Got our fishing license. Here we go.
We're no strangers to canoe trips in southern Missouri. The Black River is always beautiful. But the day that we floated, it was quite windy, and at times we found ourselves being blown back upriver. It was a challenge for Brian, all that paddling. We only did 6 short miles, but it seemed like a lot longer. But all in all, the day was beautiful. We couldn't ask for better weather this time of year. It's the rewards at the end of the day that are the best to look forward to. It was a beautiful sight looking at the other campers' lights across the Black River. And in the mornings, the sunrises were really pretty too. A bonus for us is that they also have a bike trail which is connected to the campground. A short ride across the dam and through the campground brings you right to the trail. It's not a really long trail, but it's a beautiful loop. It takes you along the Black River and then out towards the highway. There's a trailhead there with parking, and you can loop back around on a gravel section that brings you back to the main trail. Even though it was pretty warm during the day, we did try our hand at some fishing. Not much was biting, but I did catch a flathead catfish. Brian's always lucky enough to find fellow musicians mostly wherever he goes, and he had an opportunity to sit on a few jams with them. We had a nice chat with the gate attendants. It was kind of cool listening to their story about work camping. While it's an easy walk back around the dam, riding the bikes down this hill was a little bit on the treacherous side with all the loose gravel. I'm sure it'll be a really nice ride when they get it all done. Pretty nice beach up above Clearwater Dam. We did get to enjoy one day there, and the hiking trails are pretty nice too. It's a steep one here, huh? Yep. It was another successful adventure, and we hope you join us on the next one as we work towards making our dreams become reality.